Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? The coffee's really good this morning. It is very early this morning, but I've been doing an interview out of Jerusalem. Uh, and then we had an earthquake. So we've had an earthquake. We've had two of them now. A 5.5, very powerful earthquake has hit Southern California near that ridge crest area in what's called Surlis Valley, and it did some serious shaking there in California, in the desert region that's been very volatile as recently as of late. I'll be right back to tell you about that. Also, a 6.4 quake has just hit in Indonesia, and that was a big one. Here's the deal: California is shaking and quaking, guys. Let me put a shout out real fast for the folks over at noblegoldinvestment.com. A lot of folks have lost hope recently. There's a lot of despair around and few sleepless nights. Matter of fact, with the stock market returning to a minus 10% since the start of the year, it's all looking dismal, but it doesn't have to be. Crazy as it sounds, gold has actually gained about 15%. That's 25% more bang for your buck. It's probably something you've never considered before, the way you've never considered Zoom calls or wearing a mask in public. But all these things seem normal now at this time. So should we be looking at precious metals? Because gold and silver and palladium and platinum have all proven to be a safe haven instruments. It is the only investments with appreciating value during this economic collapse. Please, if you're interested in securing your wealth, you need to call noblegoldinvestment.com. That phone number, call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Or go to their website at www.noblegoldinvestments.com. Tell them Pastor Begley sent you. Well, let me just tell you what's going on here. This is very serious, but I'm very concerned about Southern California. We have been for a while. We've got a lot of great online church members there and a lot of great friends. But according to reports out of Ridgecrest, California, the Associated Press is saying today that a magnitude 5.5 earthquake has jolted the region of California desert where this powerful quake last summer had hit, followed by thousands of aftershocks there in that Ridgecrest area. The U.S. Geological Survey says that the earthquake was fairly shallow. It hit around 6:30 p.m. Pacific Coast time last night and was only about 22 kilometers deep, or 13.6 miles deep, north of a small city of Ridgecrest, California. A dispatcher from the Ridgecrest Police Department said there was no immediate reports of damage, but of course they say that every time there's a quake in the first 10 minutes. The quake was felt as a bump or rolling motion in the high-rise buildings in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. Local television news broadcasts stopped. Anchors stopped reporting as the lights began to sway in their studios. They knew they were in the midst of an earthquake in Las Vegas. It also shook buildings in downtown Los Angeles, California. Now, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake hit on July 5th in 2019. This and a magnitude 6.4 hit the day before, strongly shaking that region. So now here we are with a 5.5 in the same region. Seismologist Lucy Jones has just tweeted that Wednesday's quake was a large, late aftershock, but the U.S. Geological Survey is not showing it as an aftershock, but as an actual earthquake among the many, many aftershocks and quakes that have hit that region in the last year. Now, as this goes on, I went to the earthquake map to look. They have reevaluated this quake. It was much more shallower than they said. They are calling it a 5.5 earthquake. That remains. But its depth was only 8.4 kilometers. That's less than 6 miles deep. So this was a significant quake and very shallow, and it's caused significant aftershocks. Since the quake hit, Trona, California 2.6, Trona, California 2.5, Cerulus Valley 3.3, Cerulus Valley 3.0, Trona, California 3.2, Trona, California 2.6, Caso Junction, California 4.2, Trona, California 3.3, Cerulus Valley, California 2.5, Trona, California 2.7, Cerulus Valley, California 3.1, Trona, California 3.5. Okay, and then a little bit later we had another 2.6 in Cerulus, California, and then boom, a 6.4 earthquake has hit Indonesia. Now I'm going to get you some more information on this one because this was a very powerful quake, also recorded on this quake was very powerful. It hits just hit. It is a 6.4 earthquake that strikes off the eastern coast of Indonesia. This 6.4 earthquake struck off the coast of Indonesia and the United States about an hour ago. According to U.S. Geological Survey, there has been no tsunami warnings issued as of yet, but it is too early. Now, a little bit more about this quake. The fact is, this earthquake was a little deeper. It was 106 kilometers deep, making it approximately 75 miles deep. So because of its depth, it probably saved us from having a major tsunami there in Indonesia. But still, it's still too early to say what the effects of this quake is or what the damage is. It's just way too early to say. Then after the quake, here in the last 15 minutes, we've had another earthquake, a 3.5 in Cerulus Valley, California, and a 2.5 in Caso Junction, California. So as we reported yesterday, that Southern California earthquakes are really shaking and quaking, and the devil's back is breaking. It's not letting up any. If anything else, things are intensifying. Now, the Bible told us that in the last days there would be signs in the heavens and in the earth. And the scriptures even tell us in the book of Haggai that God was going to shake the heavens. The Bible even says that in the last days that the heavens and the earth are going to shake, and that we were going to see this taking place. Earthquakes would be in divers places in Matthew 24. And then even in the book of Hebrews, God says he was going to shake the heavens and the earth also. I'm going to read it for you. Here's what he says. This is Hebrews 12:26. Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he has promised, saying, yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also the heavens. Okay? So God is shaking and quaking and breaking and really starting to get the attention of the scientists and the human race as the earthquakes, the volcanic eruptions, the straight line winds, the 5 waves of energy that is bringing this red dust, this iron oxide, heavy chargeable particles pushing down in what's called an atmospheric compression, causing the straight line winds to increase, the hail balls to get huge, and the cyclones and typhoons, and now our third tropical storm threatening in the Gulf of Mexico already this summer. So it's going to be a very, very, very dangerous time as the asteroid clouds are coming in. Now tonight, on this Thursday night, June 4th, Mike from around the world will join me tonight. It will be a powerful broadcast. I don't want you to miss it. There's going to be a lot to talk about. But the earth and the heavens are shaking. And Jesus Christ is coming. The Bible says there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, then look up, lift up your head, for your redemption is drawing nigh. I'll be back with more from the prophecies and the Bible and the things that are happening. Please give your life to Jesus Christ, because we are running out of time, and I don't want you to be left behind.